Well, we should be good to go. What's going on, guys? Welcome back into the channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over the next episode of the Pittsburgh Pirates franchise, picking up exactly where we left off, because unfortunately I've been very busy and haven't really had much time to play this otherwise. So it's been a while since we've actually streamed the Pirates franchise, but it's also been a while since I've done anything in this Pirates franchise. It should pretty much be in the exact same state that we left it off at. And that would have been right after the draft. So I think we have a couple of draft picks that we have yet to sign. We're going to have to sign those guys. And we'll, just keep pushing through here in the second season. We have a very good record, 52-42. And I appreciate everybody tuning in who has been tuning in. I appreciate you guys continuing to tune into this franchise, and I hope that you guys continue to enjoy. So, as always, make sure you guys check out some of the links down in the description. If you guys want some of my merchandise, I have some hoodies, some t-shirts, hats, all types of different stuff. You guys can even just go buy a sticker or a magnet for like $1, maybe $2, something like that. And that's all in the link in the description. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the Pirates franchise. I already got a couple people tuned into the stream, so shout out to Daniel and Aiden who are in the chat. I appreciate you guys being subscribed to the channel. I appreciate you guys always tuning in. So thank you guys for leaving a comment as well. Our team's looking pretty good here, though. Unfortunately, I think just kind of having to recap up here because it has been a little while since we've done anything with the team. The major issue that we faced so far this season was Leody Taveras getting injured. So unfortunately, we did have to deal with that, moving Bay into center field to kind of take his spot, which is something that the Pirates have done now in real life, moving Brian Reynolds to the corner outfield. But that's, pretty much it at this point. The team's doing well. We were able to add a few players to the bullpen to help us out in trades for Brewster Gratterall, and then a free agent signing in Hicks. Now, I think we made one other trade, if I am not mistaken. No, we signed, if I'm not mistaken, second baseman Jose Iglesias. I think he's technically listed as a shortstop, but we were able to bring him in. Good bat that'll help us out, batting .292 right now. So that's where we stand, 52-42. Things are getting a little bit closer in the division. I don't like the fact that the Cardinals have been bouncing back a little bit. But, realistically, they're still at a negative record. They're below 500. The Cubs haven't really done anything. They've kind of been stagnant there. The surprise has been the Brewers at 41-53. And the Reds continue to not really have a very good team. Who's my favorite Pittsburgh Pirate growing up? That's technically not anybody. So if you don't know, I feel like I've said this story on the channel a lot. I was actually never a Pirates fan. I was never actually a baseball fan in general, because I grew up in the late 90s, early 2000s, and Pirates just simply weren't very good. And so, I was a football kid, hockey kid. I liked the Steelers. I liked the Penguins. So I never really got too much into baseball. I didn't play baseball. I didn't even play the video games. And maybe about, at this point, 10 years ago, my buddies started telling me, like, hey, you should pick up MLB The Show. It's a really good game. If you enjoy franchise mode or you enjoy things like that, you would enjoy MLB The Show. And I picked it up, and ever since I started playing it, I've loved it ever since. And so, as of recent memory, I've been playing it the past 10 years or so. So I would kind of have to default to like the McCutchen era of players, which was, I guess, kind of growing up for me. That was like the end of my high school days. So, long story short, I would have to say, if I did have to pick a player, Starling Marte in his prime for the Pittsburgh Pirates was just peak Pittsburgh Pirates of that generation. So definitely Starling Marte is who I'd have to go with. Kind of an unsung duo there with McCutchen in the outfield. That's just probably the best one. There were others as well. But, those are kind of the two stars that they had at the time in McCutchen and Marte. As far as the calendar goes here, I kind of have to decide what I actually want to do with this team. I could play Atlanta. What did we play? We played Philly and got crushed by Philly. I don't know if I want another crazy matchup. I'm very tired right now, so what I will say, I'm basically forcing it right now. I'm forcing it. I'm forcing myself to get on this stream and play this. Not that I don't want to play it. Like, I have been wanting to get back to the Pirates franchise. But it's mainly been just busy, and I'm tired. Like, you might see me yawning quite a bit. Yeah, I don't want to play the Braves. I'm looking at what they got here, and I really just don't want to play these guys. So we'll simulate these games and maybe play the Cardinals. The Cardinals don't have a ton going on. I think I played a game against the Cardinals recently, though. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, let's maybe play a game against the Cardinals. Go ahead and sim these two against the Braves. Let's make sure that I'm paying attention to signing the draft picks, because I do have to still sign our first round draft pick here. I will play critical situations, so here's a good situation. We have Ursula up to bat. What do we got? Any outs? 1 out, 2 guys on base. Let's enter the game and play this one. That'll be a good kickoff to today's video. I cannot guarantee you how long that this stream is going to last. Ooh, we'd like to welcome those just tuning in on the show. Is that game volume loud for you guys? I'm going to check. I'm going to just go a little bit lower, just out of habit. There we go. Will bring the middle of the order to the plate here in the 9th. I need to trade for Pete Alonso. I don't know where he's at currently in my franchise, because we are in year 2. But I feel like that is something worth considering. That's a double play. An unfortunate way to go down there. Thought we were able to get onto that ball, but not a big deal. Any options for good rosters? To be honest with you, I haven't messed around with the roster too much at all. I am sure that by this point somebody has a pretty solid roster out there on both PlayStation and Xbox. To be honest with you, you're just going to have to dig for it a little bit. With them not having riding rosters, or OSFM, the guy that used to do them, doing them on his own anymore. He's now working for the company. You're probably not going to get anything quite as good, but you will still get a roster anyway. Let's go ahead and offer this guy a contract, see if we can get his interest up. We have a good bit of bonus allotment left. Yeah, there we go. So now all we have left to sign is Patrick Marks, who we have plenty of bonus to be able to sign him. We just have to get his interest up above 41%. 41% is pretty low. But that's our first round pick. Calendar, sim one more. What do we got here? Andy Rodriguez with 2 home runs in the game. We're up 6-4. Hopefully our team, you know what? Let's just play it. Nice, easy situation. We have a 2-run lead. Hopefully we don't blow this. We can get back into the action with Andy Rodriguez up to the plate. Really well hit ball. Oh, we're player locked. I didn't even realize that. I didn't really think about the fact that it would bring us in player locked. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the end. To first, and he breaks for second. Safe. He's in there. Read some of your comments. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Steven, I don't know if I shouted you out yet. Steven. Looks like your name's some dork. You know the rules. Appreciate you guys leaving comments. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W. You were able to get a generational talent with your first pick with the A's. That's a great way to start off. That team takes a ton of effort to build, though. I'm telling you. I have an A's franchise going myself. I was able to get a generational starting pitcher to start off with, and it is still just a pain to build that team up. Like, I didn't hold back either. Like, I signed some free agents. I went after trades, and it's still hard to build that team. That team is just weak at the moment.
pitch, inning over. Pirates strand a couple. They're up 6-4.
Started a franchise mode with the Pirates because of me. Traded for Miguel Castro as relief pitcher.
Now in for the Braves, Vaughn Grissom.
I've had some success with Miguel Castro, honestly. Oh, shoot.
Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. Strike in there.
I do not like... Can I sim this? I hate the fact that I'm playing catcher. I've never done this before. Oh, okay. I got real scared there for a second that it was going to make me catch all these pitches. You've been getting A potentials. I assume that means when you were drafting. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of A potential guys. All right, so we actually have 2 series going against the Cardinals. I wouldn't mind getting a bounce back performance with Soroka. Just strictly because the last time out we had a really rough time with it. But then again, Jack Leiter needs some help too with that 6.85 ERA. Let's play this game against Steven Matz. Let's go ahead and save beforehand just in case anything wonky happens. It would be nice if MLB was on PC. Then I might actually be able to record it in like proper HD. I can't even record this in HD for some reason, and I've talked to other guys that are like even bigger streamers on MLB The Show than me, but this just records in like standard definition. I don't know what it is about this game. It gives me problems all the time. I don't know how some people say that they get 4K. Alternate. Apologize that I'm not answering all your questions, Daniel Cassiano. How to get players signed for less money. It's the best way to develop your prospects. I have a bunch of videos on those topics. I'll discuss them a little bit as we go along, but I highly recommend you check out the videos that I have out there on those things. The biggest thing, honestly, is sign your players early for the most part and then trade them away when they get older if you're trying to do the money aspect of things as best you can. Sign them for cheap contracts, trade them away when they get around the age of 30 or they get around 10 years of service time. And then in terms of developing your prospects, just get high potential guys because they get more guaranteed development, and make sure that they're actually getting playing time. You don't want them to be sitting on the bench because the more they play translates into more development for them. Mostly if they play well, but you'll still develop more by playing even if you don't play well all the time. So that's kind of the crucial aspect there.
Sends it to first. Quick start here this evening. 2 out, top of the first.
The third baseman, number 13, Key Brian Hayes.
Now batting Key Brian Hayes. And that's in there for strike 1. The pitch.
Swinging bunt.
Swing and a bouncer.
I feel like I gotta turn this volume up a little bit again.
The third out of the inning. Bucks go down quietly. Now
Right
the
about there, maybe.
We'll see what they can do. There's no score.
We'll rock with that.
All
right, let's see what we can do with Soroka this time.
In for the Cardinals, Ricky Harden. Soroka, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a slider, a four-seamer, a changeup, and occasionally uses a cutter. The next pitch misses.
We just got to be careful with the use of the sinker because it seems like that's what got us the last time. Especially when we're going against the top of the order.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Decent cutter.
Very frustrating right there.
Do I like the Mets? I don't specifically like the Mets. I don't dislike them either. Like, I'm not against them. I like their uniform colors personally, and there's some former Pirates that played for the Mets. I was always, since I've started playing, I was always told to pick teams that I liked. I like the Diamondbacks, the A's, the Giants. I know it's weird. I have a bunch of teams that I like, but I was told to pick teams, and those were the teams that I thought were kind of cool at that point. Let's go, Monte! First overall pick, Monte Maynard, making his presence felt. First overall pick, or he was top of the draft? I don't think he was first overall, was he? I think he might have been first overall.
Shared an entire side of the infield with a future platinum glove award.
Why does it? So every time you play online, it changes your fielding settings back. Like, it reverts your settings, which I hate.
He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Yeah, I appreciate that there's people watching this that watched that game against the Phillies last time. That was just painful. I'm staying away from the sinker until I know I can get it to work. So like that. Hit it on the corner to finish out the inning. I also might not take all of these at-bats this game, just because I was really kind of... Did I just say just because I was kind of really kind of? Did I say that like twice in a row? Just because I was trying to see what I could do with Soroka.
Right side, hard hit.
I'm hitting them decent. I'm just, you can see my PCI is just off right now, probably because I haven't played this in a week. How long have I been on YouTube for? That's actually a great question. It's been a few years. When did I start? I think my earliest Madden videos were on like Madden 19, Madden 20. Honestly, my viewers might know that better than I do. Kind of curious. I'll have to go back and look now. Really got onto that one. Been playing forever though. Really appreciate everybody that's tuned in. I really appreciate you guys that leave comments down in the comment section. It makes it a lot easier, honestly. I kind of understand how streamers are able to do this on a regular basis. Oh, perfect. McCutcheon, gone. 1-0. I'll take the early lead. That'll help Soroka. It still feels great to... It's been a while since I streamed it, but it still feels great to hit the ball and get a perfect. Let's go, Kutch.
Just stringing singles together during this streak.
And now it's going to be Andy Rodriguez.
I forget what I was saying. What the heck was I saying?
And it's even up.
One ball, one strike.
In the air, left field.
Got to that. I don't think it's going to be quite good, yeah.
Brings it in, and that is
Fly out
that.
to left field. Andy is going off, though. Andy Rodriguez.
Welcome back. Bottom of the second.
I've known about him for a while. I've known that he's had potential in the Pirates farm system, and they've been very excited about him.
Fought off foul.
All right, so against Goldschmidt, let's just maybe avoid sinkers.
8th-round pick in 2009 at a Texas State. Many All-Star appearances, Silver Sluggers, and then in 2022.
If you guys haven't checked it out yet,
Right side, and he can't come up with it.
I have a buddy that streams MLB The Show as well, and he does NASCAR stuff too. I don't know if you guys have any interest in that, but he his name's Cash and Checks 5923. I think he's on Twitch. But I was playing him the other day, actually, and I think he beat me 4-2.
There's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing.
I gave up a 3-run home run. It might have been 3-2. something like that.
Here's a 3-0. And that's in for a strike.
I was having trouble with, who was I using?
Golden
What team
gets his
was
lead
it?
at first with
Can't
nobody out.
remember.
Swings and misses, and we're filled up.
See if we can't get him bunched up on this fastball.
Spoils
Nope,
the
I don't want to
two-strike
get it
pitch,
done.
and he'll see
We gotta
another.
be careful we don't give up
Early on
two
that
here.
fastball, I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next
That's a good
one.
pitch. Wish we had a curveball instead of that sinker. Let's just throw him a low
3-2.
sinker.
Got him
I'm gonna swing
swinging.
through it. All right, let me
And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense
Your
breathes a sigh of
channel,
relief because he puts
videos.
pressure on
No, it's all
everyone
under
if he can put
live.
the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
How do I do this?
And here comes
YouTube
Tommy
Studio,
Edman.
maybe?
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Content. Live. Filter. Date the other way. Madden 19. I started on in August of 2018.
And the right-hander deals.
So that would
clips
be
the
we're
corner.
coming up
That was the
on
pitch to hit. Four-seam fastball instead of that sinker ball that makes you hit it on the ground.
so it's
He missed a good one.
2019 would be 1 year, 2020 2 21 3 22 4 23. So we're coming up on 5 years.
Kicks and fires. Here's the pitch. Run around the goal. And it finds its way through.
Oh, that's a
for
good
hit.
throw.
And they'll have
We're not
runners
going to
at
beat
the
him though.
corners
Not enough
after a
arm
one-out
strength
single.
there. Dang.
One down. This is Dylan Carlson. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
So we got to get that arm strength up for my boy Maynard.
Get out of this inning.
Check swing. Went around. And it's a ball and a strike. There's the strike.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Ground ball double play would be great. We're going to go cutter up and in. Throw it with some velocity. Get him to swing through. Exactly what I
Well,
thought was
this is
going
where
to
the
happen.
team aspect really comes into play on the offensive side of the game, right? I mean,
What's up,
missed
C.
opportunity
Bass?
to
Thanks
tie
for
it
tuning
up.
in, man.
Runner at third, one out. Couldn't put the ball
I have a
in play.
Madden game that I
So
actually
now
have to
it's
play
time to pick
later.
him up. And that's where
Probably
good
won't do that
teams,
on
they
stream,
go to.
but
They operate on this level of next man up. That mentality is what
Got a
helps
league
them
I'm,
to win series, get
gotta
into
play
the
my game.
postseason. That helps keep the energy.
Alright, so
and
we're going to go
morale
sinker
high
way down in the
dugout.
dirt. If he contacts it,
And now 1-2.
got bases. We can get the outside.
Swing
Good
and a
slider.
miss. And that is
Soroka having a much better time so far today. Has allowed a couple of hits,
Well, this
but
guy
it's going to
competes
happen.
hard. We see the emotion there. I love it.
And welcome back. Top half of the third inning. Here's a big power threat. Connor Joe. That pitch in for a strike.
They
It's
just
0-1.
described Connor
Max
Joe as a big
measures
power
6 feet,
threat.
2 inches, 32 years old, and he was a second-round pick. Back
That
in
might be stretching things a
2009.
little bit there.
Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Batting up. The first
And now the first baseman, Mason.
I'm glad you liked the videos, Steven. Honestly, I was getting so many questions, like, you know, on my drafting video, I keep getting people saying, like, oh, well, don't just look at high potential players, because then you'll overlook this, that, and the other thing, which I get. I mean, there are certainly different ways to go about it, and there's different ways to find talent. I've tried those ways. Like, I tried it this season, and we came away with a pretty good draft class. So, you know, I guess I can't say that my way's the only way, but I will say I've also had a lot of people try the same method and come away with great draft classes. And every time I use the high potential method,
Pitch is outside.
come away with all A's and B's. And then I either develop those players or I use them to trade for other players that I want, you know? So that's kind of where that video stemmed from.
And there's ball 4.
Good walk, Martin.
Boog, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at bats?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, exactly. Trade,
I think that if
you know,
they
package
gave
them
the
together and get
pitcher
those
a
A
full
potentials to build up
scouting
your farm
report on
system.
me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. That one rips.
Maynard, get it past that outfielder. Come on.
Harden snags it for the second out.
Just couldn't get down to that one.
Next to hit.
Saw the
G1
curveball
Bay.
really well.
He's 0 for 1.
What is it, a sinking curve? Sweeping curve. I was going to say all curveballs
Swing and
sink.
a high fly ball to left. And makes the grab.
We're getting good
And
contact
that is
on
that.
him, but
So
honestly, just not
bottom of the inning. Here's
not
the speed
punching any
threat.
runners
Ricky Harden.
through.
Soroka back to work.
Just that solo
That one
shot so
fouled
far by
off.
Kutch.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
He swings and fouls one off.
Sinker
Swings
into
and
the dirt.
misses. It's a strikeout. And that's strikeout number 100 on the year. Here's the second baseman, Brendan Donovan.
We were here for Soroka's 100th
In there for
strikeout on
strike
the year.
one. Donovan, a former Gold Glove winner, batting second in today's lineup, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2018. Next offering is in for a strike.
Cutter, top right corner.
That one missed.
Andy, what you got for me? Throw the fastball up and away? No, the sinker away. Okay. See if we can get him to swing on that.
Swings and misses.
Good call,
Struck
Andy.
him
Good
out.
call.
Just absolutely rolling on
Andy
the
might be
mound.
the
He's
best
looking
player on
very
this
much
team.
on
I'm
his
not
game
even
in the
kidding
early
you
parts
guys.
of this
Andy
one, Drew.
Rodriguez
Fully
might
on the
be the
attack
best
with these
Pittsburgh
hitters.
Pirate in our
That's
franchise.
7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt.
Honestly, yeah. So you just mentioned the
Two
Rule
down,
5
nobody
draft and
on.
finding some sneaky good players
Foul
in
ball
there. Our one relief pitcher, Ian Seymour, has been fantastic for us. And this year, you're not going to see as many good players eligible for the Rule 5 draft as you have in the past.
Whips it to first. And that's
I'm
the
not
third
seeing
out.
as many like 70-plus
Back
overalls,
here at the ballpark. Now
which
the
is a
third
good
baseman,
thing because
T.
there
Ryan
shouldn't be any
Hayes.
crazy good players available in the Rule 5 draft. But
Just missed.
like there's some players that are in like the 60s range that have, you know, maybe B, C, maybe even A potential that you could steal and utilize for a rebuild. Rule 5 draft is crucial in MLB The Show in franchise mode if you're rebuilding. I mean, even if they're not going to be a long-term answer for you, getting players that you can plug in and play
That's one of those at-bats where you have to
where you
remind yourself
otherwise
that
might
it's
not be
about
able
the
to.
process. He
We
did
are
everything
crushing
right
these
right there.
balls.
Nothing to
We are
show
just
for it.
not
But
getting
in your
underneath
mind,
it
you
enough
have
to hit them out of the
convince
park.
yourself that it was a
That
very
might.
good at-bat.
And that one is lifted in the air.
Center field again.
O'Neal makes
Man.
the play, and there's 2 down.
I bet we're
Man,
going to
is
look
he
at this
fast.
PCI and it's
so
just
fun to
off.
watch.
Yes, just off.
2 outs, base is empty. Rodolfo
hitting right now?
Castro, the next Pirate to hit. And a
I'm going to
foul
currently
ball.
blame it on the fact that I haven't played in a little while, but it's very possible that they updated this game and made the hitting a little bit worse.
That misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Because honestly, they've had 2 title updates for this game, and I've heard that they've changed a few things. And every time I heard that, I was questioning why they changed anything, because this game, in my opinion, was pretty well perfect from the, at least from the batting
Back
side
in
of
St.
things
Louis
to start the year.
as the Cardinals come up to hit here in the last of the second. Ready to go, bottom 4. Here's Nolan Gorman. 0-1. Good eye right there.
You know, these Cardinals just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone?
I would
We'll
love to
see,
get
but I
Shohei
think they
Ohtani,
have to.
but pinpoint pitching. I did hear that they were changing pinpoint pitching, but I was also wondering, like,
Goldie
who
down the
uses
box,
pinpoint
comes
pitching?
up empty with a swing
I've
there.
been wondering about that for a while. Like, it seems like more and more people are using pinpoint pitching, but I've never
Pitches in
understood the
there. And
advantage
count
of
is
it.
0-2.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt. In the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and
I
even
just-
the
I don't
pitcher's
know.
mind as to the conviction in the call.
I've never seen
Swing
any
and a
reason
miss
not
for
to
the
use meter
strikeout.
pitching. To me, it
Oh,
feels
string of
like
a changeup.
the best way to
And
input your
now,
pitching.
Tyler O'Neill.
Because you can change your power, and then you get
That
a
one's in there,
accuracy
0-1.
thing on it.
Tyler O'Neill, you look at that frame,
I mean, it just,
and you
to
know
me,
he's
it has
got
always
some
made the
power,
most
but
sense.
Also an excellent defender. He's won multiple Gold Gloves. But speaking of that frame, his dad Terry
You hate
was
meter
the
pitching.
1975 Mr. Canada top
Interesting.
bodybuilder.
Is there a specific reason why you like pinpoint
The
as
wind of
opposed
the
to meter?
pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Well, what's impressive for me,
It could be
Tyler
because
O'Neill,
I
is just
came
the
from.
athleticism. You talk about that
Wow,
frame,
you
and
play
yeah,
Madden
he is a
too.
muscle-bound player, but he's also flexible. So you see him do some things, hitting, can go the opposite
More
field,
accurate
plays a Gold Glove caliber
for
left
online
field.
play.
So,
Okay, that makes
don't be
sense.
fooled
I
by
did
the
notice when I was
muscles.
playing my buddy online that
Next pitch misses.
my
Now
pitches were
2-2.
going all over the freaking place with this. Even when I was actually hitting the meter, my pitches were not going where I was locating them.
Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up.
I see. Maybe it's just the difference in online play, but like I love meter pitching because I can predict where it's gonna go. Like if I overthrow the meter, I know that the pitch is gonna go further in the direction that I'm sending the pitch, and I know that if I underthrow the meter, the pitch is going to go short of where the location. Like let's say I'm trying to go from like a righty pitcher to the bottom left corner of the zone. If I overdo the meter, it's going to go past the bottom left corner. If I underthrow the meter, it's going to go to the top right of the bottom left corner, if that makes sense. So like oftentimes I'll actually intentionally miss the meter so that I can kind of game where my pitches are going. Yeah, that makes sense, mostly for online competitive play. I would probably be awful at pinpoint, to be honest. Doesn't it involve like what? Like moving the stick like down and around and all that stuff? If it's anything like the swing accuracy thing was for golfing, I would be terrible at it. I forget which game that was. Not the most recent golf games that came out. Maybe they still do it the same, but you had to like pull back the stick perfectly centered and push it forward perfectly centered, and you had to hit the right swing timing and everything. It was absolutely awful. One of the worst ways to have an input for anything in a game I've ever experienced. Because even when I would pull it back perfectly straight, nice play. That's Arenado. Even when I'd pull it back perfectly straight and send it forward perfectly straight, the swing would go wild. Oh, I could not stand it.
Seems like we see him make plays like this on a daily basis.
And here is Connor Joe. Foul ball.
Okay.
The 0-1. That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
I've honestly seen quite a few. The little videos pop up all the time of people playing MLB The Show, getting highlights in Diamond Dynasty and competitive and whatnot. That was a terrible swing. I've seen quite a few videos, and everybody does seem to use pinpoint pitching.
We head to the bottom of the fifth.
I just like meter too much. So like, for example, if I put my fastball in the bottom right corner, if I overdo it on the meter, it's going to go far from that corner. So watch, like if I go here, it's going to go further into the dirt. But if, for example, I did the same thing, but I hit it short, it's going to go above. I didn't quite hit that one short, but I think you guys kind of understand what I'm saying. Like I can overrun and underrun my pitches. So how do you determine the power of your pitch using pinpoint? Out of curiosity. Because like here I can go low power, I can go high power if I'm trying to, either if I'm trying to power one in or if I'm trying to save stamina.
Makes the catch for the out.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the third or fourth pitch of just about every at-bat.
Carlson.
I'm going to have to give pinpoint a try sometime. Slider.
One down, base is empty. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Goes down looking.
Fastball.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, in the double-digit strikeouts, he should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
This to center field, and that will end the inning.
We got to get something going at the plate here, guys.
And it remains 1-0. Top six. And here's the first baseman, Mason Martin.
Number 17.
When he steps into the batter's box, the comfort level looks so high. It doesn't matter what kind of delivery that pitcher has, what kind of velocity, what kind of secondary stuff. He is so settled in there, he owns the home plate area. You know, these Pirates, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat. And that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
The flip to the pitcher covering. One up, one down.
The right fielder, number 19.
Only time I'll root for the Pirates. That's right, Ramos.
Maynard, the batter now as he
Down to that.
swings and misses for strike one. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike.
Yeah, honestly, that's a great question. Can anybody actually really hate the Pirates? Come on, we gotta get a hold of something.
Slice the other way. That's a base
That's
hit.
a hit. We went fishing in the dirt. But we're gonna, what? Of course, of course, of course, of course.
And they put the tag on him for the out. Digging in, it's the
Why?
fielder,
I was just
G1
pressing
base.
X to skip whatever cutscene it was gonna give me.
And he hits a ground ball right side.
Another line out.
Slings
Wouldn't
to
matter. We
first,
would've double play.
And that'll do it. Nope. Back here in St. Louis, bottom of the 6th inning, and stepping in is the speedy Ricky Harden. And first offering is fouled off.
Can't complain too much. I still have the 1-0 lead.
Bounce to the right side. Whips it to first on the run. One away, bottom of the 6th. Now the number 2 hitter, Brendan Donovan. In there, and it's 0-1.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Joe right there to make the grab. 2 down.
I always
Gonna
remember
punch
watching
out Arenado, and
Juan
we'll be through
Santana
6.
pitch, and when he was in his prime, you would see a lot of guys out in front, right-handers pulling that changeup in the stands, and then fouling the fastball the opposite field up into the stands.
Stops it
Good
on a
play,
slide.
Martin,
On
over
to
at
the
first.
pitcher, and that's a great
Kind of
play
impressive.
for the out.
Still only in season
Top of
2,
inning number
Ramos.
7. Now here is Brian Hayes.
Haven't had much opportunity to play lately, unfortunately, so this is still only the 2nd season.
1 there.
But we're set up for a playoff run, so this one might take a while. We're going to play some crucial games towards the end of the season and
Hit pretty well
head
in the
into
air out to center.
hopefully a playoff series, not even a wild
O'Neal
card.
makes the catch, and there's
We're on
one
top
down.
of the division.
I'm looking at his body language, and he just doesn't seem like things are in sync, and the ball's just not coming off his bat the way it did earlier in the regular season.
Rips that one to right.
Well hit, going to be right to the right fielder again.
Pulls it down, and he makes
Man.
the catch. 2 away down.
Not
Now
a great
it's the
day at the
second
plate.
baseman, Rodolfo Castro.
Steven Matz, for being a 72 overall, is doing pretty
And
well.
he
I mean,
swings and
we haven't
misses
been
at the
competitive
initial
with him.
offering.
Let's
Moved
be
into the
fair.
bullpen for the
He only has
Cardinals,
51
Anthony
pitches.
Misevich getting ready to go. Woodford getting cranked up as well. The next offering misses, and the count is 1-1. Ground ball left side.
Another nice play.
Edmonds slings to first. That's out number 3.
Defensively, Cardinals have been on point today.
Welcome back. Set for the last half of the 7th. Now it's the DH, Nolan Gorman. Right side. Martin takes it himself, and they
Mason
get the
Martin's
leadoff
getting
hitter
quite
in
a
the
bit of
second.
action at
Well, he's
first.
doing a nice job of keeping
Gotta
the
get
ball
somebody
out
up
of
and
the
ready in the
air, lets
bullpen.
defense work behind him with
Somebody
another
we
ground
trust.
ball. Good execution.
Let's go with Gratterall. Just to be safe.
Golden in the box now. Takes strike 1.
Some guys are just
Don't
more
like
confident
that
they can
pitch
track
against
that first
Goldschmidt.
pitch out of the
That's
hand of
a
the pitcher.
potential
They don't
home
care
run
if they
ball.
fall behind 0-1.
Next offering is in for a strike. The pitch. That misses. Ball 1. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
Next pitch is popped up.
Martin going to come in for another.
And they get Goldschmidt for the out. 2 away. And now the center fielder, Tyler O'Neill. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
0-2 as he waves at that one.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
Out towards left center.
He's got to run away,
Drifts towards it.
and he's got to it.
He's got it, and that'll end the inning.
End of the 7th.
1, 2, 3. Now a right-handed arm.
We're just going to set Gratterall to come in.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man.
And then we'll stretch and toss Bednar, get him ready for the save. Honestly, let's just... Well, we hit a home run with Kutch before, so let's...
The line to kick the pitch. McCutcheon, the next to hit, takes outside. So 2 balls and no strikes.
Ramos, that's pretty cool.
And there's the strike.
I want to swing at the sinker. What has he got? He's got he's got a full repertoire. Hopefully he gets this as a slider or something.
And another ball.
This is a really good feeling for
Circle
a hitter.
change,
At this point in
maybe?
the ball game,
Hang
you
something
know
up?
that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Take the
That
walk.
one misses.
All right, this might be the
So
inning
off
for us to
Pretty
kind of
easy
pop
walk
off.
Right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Woodford over to first. Back
Right,
standing.
you don't got to worry
He's
about
in there
Kutch
safely.
stealing. Come on now.
Rodriguez at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there. McCutcheon aboard here at first with nobody out.
That ain't going to get it done. I almost got over to it. I was just too far underneath that
Harden
pitch.
makes the catch, and there's one away.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Now the left fielder, Connor Joe. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye.
Stupid swing.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Fooled on that pitch. Got a little anxious.
Grounder might
Double
be
play.
2. To second for 1.
Dang.
And that's 2.
Not getting any luck.
Brusdar Gratterall on the pitch here.
Power slider guy, Boo. He throws
Drag
it
bunt
hard and gets a
opportunity.
lot of late movement, so it's tough to pick up.
Edmund in the box now. Takes strike 1.
100-mile-per-hour swing sinker.
Comes up empty on
I
the
think
swing,
both
0-2
Gratterall and
This guy's sink has so much
Hicks
drop
have a
in it. It's
100 mile
almost
per hour
like a
sinker.
split-finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
good
The
fastball
tying
up
run
and over.
at the plate.
Good
Swing
pitch.
and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Misses off the inside, and it's 2-1.
We don't want to get beat by a fastball in.
Cutter up and away.
And he spits on that one.
Next offering is
Oh,
outside.
come on up.
Home plate
Gotta give me that
umpires
one.
trying to tighten things up a little bit.
The 3-1. Swing and a miss. 98 on the gun. And the tying run is on base.
Not getting any
Looking for a
calls.
swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
McIntosh up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. 1-run game. 1 out. 1 on. Swings and misses. And it's 1-1.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for
There's a call.
anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
The 1-2. Gets a
Ugh,
piece.
hung that one.
And stays alive.
Go with another slider, but really try to get it to a hook here.
That hits the dirt.
All right, it's
2-2.
gonna get it done.
Knocks that one away.
Come on, we gotta
and
be able
we'll
to
do
get
it again.
something past him here. Let's go fastball.
Here comes a pitch. Swings and misses, struck him out. The high heat, too much on that one.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Carlson, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Chase the... Anthony Misevich takes over on the mound.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move.
Man,
I know I never
pitch
liked
to
when
hit.
opposing teams did that to me.
Martin in the box again. Takes a strike. The 0-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Maynard, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Bullpen activity starting up now. Giovanni Gallegos preparing to come on if needed. And he grounds one to the right side. Over to Goldie. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 9th. Running out of chances to pad the lead. So 2 down now, and here is Ji-Hwan Bae. First pitch, not close.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
There's a strike.
What do I have a harder time with, hitting or pitching? Depends on the day. I feel like usually
Line drive.
usually hitting, but when I'm playing another user, sometimes I have a difficult time pitching. Like,
Well, he keeps the hitting
it
streak
seems like
going
sometimes
with
my
that
pitches
9th
start to
inning
go
knock
wild.
right here. Coming
They're not,
through
even when I'm
under
hitting the
pressure.
accuracy meter, they're not going
Not
where I
the
want them to.
ideal way to get the
Or,
job done, Boog, but it works.
You know, only once during
They're
DiMaggio's
just hitting
famous hitting streak
they're just hitting
did he
balls
wait
that
till
they
the
shouldn't be
9th
able to
inning
hit
to
outside of the
extend it.
zone
That's
and
pretty
whatnot.
amazing.
They're really
Yeah, and the best thing to do is get
cranking
that thing
them.
out of the way early, no doubt about it. You
So
can
like
move
whenever
on
I
with the
played my
game,
buddy that I was
otherwise
talking
you
about
start
earlier,
gripping the bat a little
he hit
tighter as
a
the game progresses
cutter
towards
or
the end.
something that was outside of the zone that he really shouldn't have been able to get to. He hit it for a
That one
3-run home
fouled
run.
off. At the belt and fires.
Bad
In
swing.
the dirt. Over to Goldie. And
All right, we
that
gotta
is
close
that.
it out.
So, here comes the closer here in the 9th, David
Go
Bednar.
Bednar.
29 saves on the season, so he's looking for number 30 right here. He's been big for him in the back of that bullpen.
Next offering is in for a strike. In the dirt. Catcher has it, fires
Down
the
goes
first.
one.
In time to get him, one away in the strikeout. Here's Nolan Arenado. And that's in there for strike 1. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly.
What's Castro doing? That's the second
Not
misplayed
in
ball.
time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
And there's a foul ball.
All season long, he's racked up a number of saves, and sometimes the
Can't connect on the
Strike
curveball.
out.
Struck
Who's
him
up
out.
next?
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point
Goldschmidt.
succumbed to that
Great.
pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
In the dirt, but kept close. And an excellent job keeping it right there.
Gotta hit him with the fastball,
And a
up and in.
pitch.
Try to get the out.
Swing and a ball popped up. And he's got it. Ball game.
Your problem's
And the
pitching,
Pirates
like
strand
co-op.
the tying run on base to
You
win
get
it.
3
Well, this was all about
homers
the
in an
pitching
inning.
and defense. Outstanding job
they
of
give
the
up
pitchers,
5.
really attacking hitters, trusting what the catcher was putting down, and trusting the guys.
I mean, it all depends on who you're using to pitch with, too. I mean, let's be honest. There's a lot of factors that go into it, but you got to find guys that you can work with. That's one of the biggest issues that people have. Just because you have a 90 overall pitcher doesn't mean you're going to be good with them. Like Soroka in my first game with him. I tried to use his sinker too much, and they were just destroying it. They were hammering it. All right, I'll be right back. I don't know what's going on up the street. I guess there's some fire trucks or something going on. I got a text, so I'm gonna go peek and see what's up, and I'll be back in a minute. Hopefully just a minute, but I'll see y'all in a second. All right, got no idea what the heck's going on. They're literally like 2 houses up from me, though, so that's why I figured it was prudent to go check to see what the heck was going on up there. What's up, NJ Drive? New here. Appreciate you tuning in and leaving a comment. Hope you enjoyed the stream so far. Hope you stick around. How about Quinn Priester right here in the minors? Wait, is my... Something's up because my volume's not coming through now. Why am I not getting my volume? What changed? Are you guys getting the game volume? I know some of the questions I have you made videos on, so I got interested. Well, I appreciate you checking out some of the videos. I hope that they were helpful to you. Let me... Scrolling through here, see if this... Yeah, so you guys are getting the volume, but for some reason I'm not. Is it just at a bad level? I don't know. Oh, now I'm getting volume. I must have just had it turned down too far. Let's see if we can get this win in this series against the Cardinals. I want to get these draft picks signed and into the organization. 3-3. Cruz needs a triple to hit for the cycle. Get ready to run. Yeah, let's try it. Let's give it a go.
Good evening to those joining us for this live look-in on the show. I'm John Sciambi alongside Chris Singleton. You're just in time. O'Neal Cruz, a single, a double, and a home run already in this one. Looking for the
All right, we got to stretch for a triple here if we can get contact.
Popped up. And it drops.
Oh, come on. I could have done a little shifty base running, tried to extend that. take
riding
another
on
single.
it. Certainly a pivotal swing of the bat in this ball game. That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff for the base hit.
Tosses
Oh no,
first,
Cruz looking good
first
coming
out
off of
in
his
the top
broken
the
ankle in
eighth.
real life.
One away, runners at second and third. Jack Sawinski digs in now. 2-2 now. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. One run is in. Not in time. He's safe. It's 6-3.
Big at bat to pad their lead up to 3. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him in the...
So 2 away with nobody on. Nolan Gorman. Next
I
up
guess
for the
somebody smelled
Cardinals.
some type of chemical or something going on in their basement. It's a good thing I was able to
To short.
message my neighbors, see if they knew anything.
In time to Martin, and that is that. We're in extras here. Here's O'Neill Cruz.
Oh, because we're player locked. I was like, wait,
Back to work. Hit on the ground to the right side. And
how am I right
foul
back up with
ball.
O'Neill Cruz
The
again?
extra
Did we
innings
not
rule
just bat
placing
with
a
him?
runner on second to begin the inning was a big move for baseball in 2020. So, Chris, how has that changed the way relievers approach these innings?
Well, I don't think it's that much different from coming in to clean up someone else's mess. Definitely not ideal, but the best relievers welcome challenges like this.
And there's a ball.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
Next offering upstairs.
I could have gone up and got that one. I know I could have.
And he walked him.
I'll take the walk, though. Puts 2 runners on, no outs.
Giorgio
Might be
to the
best.
plate.
Oh, I can't control everybody else. That's right. I was going to say it might be the best bet to bunt with Urshela.
In the air, left side. Carlson settles underneath it. And there's one away.
Dang.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with
Oh,
some
if I hit
authority
spacebar, it
instead of a
changes
fly
the
out
screen
left.
on my YouTube presentation.
On
Got
the
it.
ground, could be 2.
Double play. No.
Over to second,
I guess we
over
should have
to
done a hit
first,
and run.
safe.
Deceptive slider right there.
Type of
Stayed in the
situation.
tunnel a long time, got that hit.
Cardinals going to come away with the win. Dang. It's all right. 7-6, close game. We were unable to get that triple. All right, sim through. Yes, stop simulating. Still 47%. So there's nothing I can do. Can't sign him yet. 7-5 win. Clevenger gets the W. Come on, Leiter. Give me a good outing. 3-8. His ERA is still not doing great. Bay's on a 15-game hitting streak. Simulate end of the game. Pirates win. 2-1. Sign draft picks. 53% interest. All right, let's just offer him a good bit of money. Get him up to 55%. Offer declined. Come on, man. Bomb. Sign with me. Yeah, I could probably get us out of this, but do I care that much? 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? We're here to have fun. Might as well.
John Shelby alongside Chris Singleton. We'd like to welcome those just tuning in on the show for a live look-in. You're right on time. Johan Oviedo in a tough spot here, just trying to keep this game tied and force another inning. Next pitch is popped up. Oviedo makes the play,
let's see if we
and
can
it's
get this
out
win.
number 3. So they can't come up with the winning run, and that means we'll have to go a little longer here tonight to find a winner. 10th inning coming up. And we are tied 4-4. Taylor Rogers gets the call from the pen.
And he's had 3 days off since he pitched last, so expect him to be totally rested. I'm sure
Sorry, trying to send a message
Runner in scoring position.
to my wife
No outs.
so she
Here's
knows what's
Taylor
going on.
Man at second, nobody out. Chris, certainly one of the things
let's
in
get
his
this
head
done.
is trying to get the runner over.
Who we got? Ursula up the bat. Let's go.
The game played today, though, guys are not sacrificing as much just to get that runner across. They're really looking at doing damage. Slugging is the name of the game.
The 1-0. Just missed.
Oh, so close. We're just early on it.
2-1. Extra innings certainly had a different feel starting in 2020 with a new rule placing a runner on second to begin the inning, and that forced teams to rethink their strategy in extra frames.
Yeah, much less margin for error, and Boog, to your dismay, not much sacrifice.
Swing and a miss, and he got him.
Too far
and
down.
one away. Jack Sawinski,
Jack.
the next Pirate to hit. First offering misses badly for ball one. Signs of movement in the Giants bullpen. Scott Alexander, the southpaw, is throwing and getting that sinker dialed in. And there's the strike.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Jack Sawinski cannot hit lefties.
Derek Shelton bringing a bat off the bench now.
Get a
Jose
Iglesias in.
Iglesias. He comes to the plate in a huge spot in this one. The 1-1. Now this is in
What's
the
my
air down the line.
opinion
And
with
that
the
will
Cruz
drop
injury
foul.
play? Whose fault do you think, if anyone's fault?
Second is ready to push things with his speed.
I have an interesting take on it as kind of a complete outsider to baseball.
Base hit. The run
So in
comes
my
from
opinion,
second, and
I've
it's now
never
5-4.
understood.
Not
Let me just
stopping,
first
he's
start
going
off
for
by
three.
saying I am not
Relay to
blaming the
third.
catcher.
Not in time. He's safe.
I think
As
it's
a run
Cruz that
scores.
made a bad slide. So it, kind of in turn, it's the Pirates organization's fault for not teaching him how to slide correctly. Because I mean, it was just a bad attempt at getting to the plate. But what I will say is that I've never understood why the MLB allows players, catchers specifically, to stand in front of the plate by so much of a margin. Like, I understand he was quote-unquote giving up the outside of the plate or whatever. Oh, that's gone. Let's go, Endy.
In comes the run from third.
I understand giving up the outside of the plate, but
that's an automatic double.
like, bro, you don't need to stand in front of the plate at all in order to make that tag. Like, you just don't. Like, why do we hold players to a different standard at home plate but not at first, second, and third? Like, you have to be completely out of the baseline, pretty much. Or at least far enough away from the player to not cause any type of interference.
Stop sign goes up at third.
I know that they,
Runners at the corners with
they
one
eliminated
out.
some of the
Well, a
aggressive
like that
sliding
can
and
help
whatnot
you
to
come
try
out
to
of this
break
struggle.
up a
We
play,
saw
but
the
it just has
numbers
never
coming
made
into
sense
the
to me,
ball
like
game.
why you see
All he's
football-like
trying to do
plays
at this
happen at
point is
home
help
plate
his team win.
in
Up
baseball.
next for the Pirates,
Maybe I'm
Henry
weird. Maybe I don't
Davis.
understand the game enough.
And first
But
offering is fouled off.
that's just my
In the
take,
infield
since
at
you
the
asked.
corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from
So who's
scoring.
really at fault? Neither of the players, because, I mean, they were just...
Next pitch is in the dirt.
O'Neill wasn't
And
taught
now
to
it's
slide
even
correctly, and the
1-1.
catcher was doing
Rodriguez on third.
pretty much what's
Joe
within the
over
rules.
first with one away.
So more so it's MLB and it's the Pirates
That one drifts
organization's
inside.
fault.
Good spot for the hitter, definitely has the advantage.
The
in
Pirates
this
have had the
count
same
with
issue
runners
with
on.
players
Look for
like
him to be
Gregory
aggressive on this
Polanco
next
and
pitch.
other international prospects that were supposed to be big for them. They could never teach them to base run correctly. You would think with it being such an important factor, especially with having a team that can't slug the way that other teams can, that you would be teaching your players how to get more out of their base running. You know?
Turns it, and he'll be safe at first. And this ball's going to wind up out of play. So a big-time costly mistake there. Here's the second baseman.
That's right, we got
Johnson.
Termarr up here.
He has, as they like to say, light towel. Runner on the move. cut on and miss.
Out.
Throw to second. Out there. And the
I guess technically we shouldn't even be going with
back here in
Bednar
San
here. Who's
Francisco,
in?
ready
Tyler
to go
Wade.
for the last half of the inning.
Quick manage it.
And this one
Take
ends
the
with
win.
the score 8-5 for Chris Singleton.
All right, confirm exit. Jack Swinski, 2 for 3. Sweep the Giants completely there, 3-0. Uh-oh, St. Louis is 2 games above 500. That's not something we want to see. We're crushing them in this game. Assume to the end of that one. All right, please, please, Mr. Draft Pick, sign your contract. Ugh. I'm going to save here, just in case we can't get this dude to sign. Why am I getting a critical situation like every game? 0-13. Holy crap, we got destroyed. I feel bad for Leiter. It's always his games. Split with Arizona, so that doesn't hurt. Come on. Still declining me. What is going on? No, we don't want to do anything more at the trade deadline. Here's my last day to sign picks. So let's put our backup save right here so that we have a save earlier. Because I'm sorry, I'm just not going through the rigmarole of not being able to sign my draft pick. $5 million. Boom. Sign with the Pirates. Thank goodness. Don't got to worry about it. Yeah, I was probably undervaluing it before because I wasn't paying attention. I was paying attention to what it said he wanted and not what the MLB projected value was. We got some contract extensions we'll have to take care of here. Curious what it's going to be like for Soroka. 16.2 per year. Yeah, we're going to have to pay the man. That's all right. I was coming into this knowing we'd have to pay him. Gratterall, have to pay him a good bit too. Bay, Clevenger, Henry Davis, that's fine. I'm probably not going to mess with too many of those right now. What are you at? We're about over an hour right now. Sign draft picks. So we signed everybody. Let's sim through this date. Fix. We were going to sweep the Royals. So this is what I was looking for specifically. I know that we looked at this in the last video, but now we are going to get to see our true draft picks. And we'll look at it in a little bit more of a detailed look. So our 10th overall draft pick has a really good bat. 81 contact versus right. Decent athleticism, not a good defender, which is fine. Probably turn into a first baseman, to be honest with you. Not a lot of power, though, so I don't know. Maybe corner outfield's the right spot for him. Good vision, though. And 18-year-old A potential, 57 overall. I can't imagine he won't do well in the minors with stats like those. Ray Griffith, starting pitcher in the second round, 63 overall, 22 years old, A potential. These were products of the new scouting system that we decided to try to use, which was scouting by position and those types of things. So we were able to get 75 overall C potential Bobby Sutter in left field. Good bat versus lefties, good power. Kind of the type of player that we were looking for, honestly. That power is going to be nice. Again, a good athlete, too. And then we got Cody Clark, starting pitcher, 70 overall C potential as an 18-year-old. His rating's a little bit inflated by his stamina, I can see, but good hits per 9. And then on the back end of the draft, we got David Hooper, B potential, 19 years old, super inflated stamina, but good velocity, good break. Very raw pitcher, as you can see. 19 years old, though, at 56 is not bad. A 21-year-old A potential, Ryan Harder, starting pitcher. And then William Wright, our final pick in the draft, was kind of a guesstimate, 41 overall B potential, 18 years old. Doesn't really have a whole lot going for him in any particular category, other than the fact that this guy, he looks like a baller. I mean, that dude looks like he should be an all-star MLB player, right? That's one of the best generated rookies I've seen, not gonna lie. William Wright, he's got the good hair going on, got the good face paint, great jawline, looks like a beast. This guy looks like a 45-year-old man. This one's not terrible. Something weird going on with his face a little bit. Cody Clark, good beard. Looks like a bullpen pitcher to me. Bobby Sutter also looks like a pretty good generated draft player. Honestly, that's a pretty good looking generated player. Ray Griffith also looks like a very old man. Where are these guys from? So we got Michigan, Pennsylvania, West Virginia. Yeah, he kind of looks like he's from West Virginia. North Carolina, that checks out. West Virginia, again, that checks out. Florida, so yeah, so the ballers from Florida. It's all checking out so far. And Patrick Marks out of Wisconsin. He looks like a dude from Wisconsin. I'm liking our draft class. So you guys let me know. What do you think? You like this draft class? I mean, honestly, we got some gems up at the top of the class. I don't care how low overall this guy is. A potential with good vision and good contact versus righties. That guy's going to be a stud. Ray Griffith is going to be pretty solid. Might be more of a bullpen arm when it comes down to it. I think Bobby Sutter's got a lot going on for him. He's got that good power and good athleticism. Not a whole lot with these other guys, but I mean they have the upside. They have potential. So I can't complain. We're going to have to find a way eventually to get William Wright into the lineup. So that's our draft pick. I think this is a good spot to leave off to. We got to August. This is where the games are going to matter the most. At 63 and 47, we might have a shot at winning 100 games. No. Wait, we play 162, so we have 52 games left. If we won 26, that would put us at 89? No. So yeah, we're probably not going to win 100 games. Well, maybe. I mean, if we go on a tear here at the end of the season. But either way, I think we should be able to hold off the Cardinals. The Cardinals are coming back a little bit. They're getting above 500 now at this point. So 56 and 54. I don't know how the Cubs have played so many games. Wait, is that a different number of games? I don't think it is. 112. 110 for us. 110 for the Cardinals. Yeah, they've played 2 more games than anybody. Cubs don't stand a chance. Reds don't stand a chance. Brewers don't stand a chance. So our main competition in the division is going to be the Cardinals at 56 and 54. And I am genuinely scared that with a 7-game lead on them, that they could come back and cause some problems. So we'll have to be on the lookout. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Those of you guys that did, and I really appreciate you guys participating in the chat as well. As always, I'll see you guys in the next video. I know that this one was a short one, but had to get back into the swing of things, have to keep things rolling. And so that's where we leave off with the Pittsburgh Pirates franchise. I do hope that you guys enjoyed it. And as always, like I said, I'll see you in the next video. Hope you guys have a good one.